Okay. Welcome back to another Palm Wine Central podcast episode. I'm one of your hosts, Uncle AK, and with me I got my good peoples. And how you doing? How you feeling? How you living? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, y'all. I'm good. I'm good. Busy day, but it was a good weekend. And I'm ready for the next weekend already. But it was a good day.
Yeah.
I just It's a lot of work right now. There's a lot of work on my plate. I have a student intern. I'm about to help cover a maternity leave, so I'm gonna have to drive like an hour away one time a week to help cover that down there.
Mm-mm.
So there's just a lot on my plate. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Because you're covering because she's going on maternity leave.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
So I
I'm
have to take her
covering for
work with
like
her.
6 to 8 weeks, and then someone else is covering for the next.
Mm-mm. So I had to take her work with her.
Oh.
So it's
Imagine she's carrying a newborn as she's like helping somebody walk.
You getting paid for it though. So what?
And
Are you getting like reimbursed for your gas and stuff?
they're
Oh,
like
okay.
giving like an extra like
Girl, drive.
Yeah.
Just even add 30 minutes on to stop to get some Chick-fil-A breakfast or something. Just drive.
So, I have this question to that, right? But wait, before we get into that, how you doing, Tutu? How you feeling? How you living?
I'm good. Happy Tuesday. I need to hurry up and be Friday for real, for real. I ain't really even got no plans this weekend, but we need to speed this up. I feel like these weeks have just been dragging. But somehow, some way, we're in August. I don't understand. But these weeks have been going so slow.
Interesting.
This week is the hell up because it's already Tuesday and I've already been drained.
Anyways, the weekend will come by and then another week and another week. Then next, it's been December and then New Year, So, but let me ask you guys this. You just mentioned that she should go ahead and add 30 minutes to get the money, right? Don't you also calculate your mileage? Don't you think about your mileage? Why you want the money to? Don't you think about the strain that you're putting on your car?
Isn't a car meant to be driven?
So why did you drive your car from Maryland to Texas?
Hey, that is different. That's
a long drive. Yeah.
That is different. That's first of all, that drive, that time, I'm not doing 21 hours or 19. I'm not doing that. That's for one. Then two, you're right. That mileage on my car, absolutely not. I mean, granted, it's only like 1,000 miles, but 1,000 miles,
that's a lot.
Ridiculous.
That's in like a trip. That's a lot.
In a trip,
that's a lot. Yeah. No, this is like adding, I don't know, it's an hour there, an hour back. I don't know. I feel like it's not that much wear and tear on my car. You know what I'm saying? It's not even an hour,
yeah.
I think.
So the road opens up like this, and all you see is tunnel vision, and then you are speeding 90 or 100. Imagine that for how many weeks? 6 weeks, you said? 6 weeks. They wear and tear, and then you're hitting potholes because right now it's construction season, right? Matter of fact, forget about the speed. You are constantly driving, braking, driving, braking, driving, braking. That's wear and tear on your brake pads. That's wear and tear on, huh?
Who says she needs to brake?
What's you gonna do? Just go?
Yeah, just don't drive too.
You're not driving a Tesla.
Have y'all not driven before? Well, actually, no.
But like sometimes you have not driven
before where you just be cruising. Yeah. Like you don't really step on the brakes as much. Like you're just.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. But you don't cruise in this Michigan. In this Michigan construction traffic, you don't cruise. You stand.
Oh, that's like Texas. Oh, Texas is bumper to bumper.
Yeah, but
we gonna see. It's just one day.
You should have led with that now.
That's why I did say that. It's one day a week for 6 weeks.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's not too bad.
Yeah.
And Michigan is not like Texas where it's like it's an hour, but it's not.
Yeah,
an hour here, an hour of Texas driving compared to an hour of Michigan driving is two totally
very different. Plus, this is gonna be mostly highway, right? Because I live close to the highway, and I was like thinking, I think it's even like 40 minutes. It's not even an hour.
See,
you know what I mean? It's like it'll be fine. But
plus, it's not the winter season, so you're good.
That part.
Okay, so we had a conversation today at work. One of the topics that we were discussing, since it's like back to school season and people are calling about, well, not calling, but we're talking about like college tuition and being financially like able to pay for school and stuff like that. So today's question we had was basically saying like millions of adults between the ages of 25 and 35 are still living at home with their parents. And one reason is because everything is so expensive these days, especially due with like college and tuition and stuff like that. So this morning, or not this morning, sorry. So basically the question that we posed was, how old is too old to still be living with your parents? And at what age do you expect your child to move out of the house? And I know like before, like we've had conversations before, like us three, we've had conversations before, like, will we move back home, or like if you had to, or this and that. And like I think we all agreed was like not really. Now I was the only person that was like, if I had to, but I don't want to. When I was living at home, I didn't have a problem. Like my parents were chill. They didn't do too much. It's just, I guess. But now that like I have my own place, like my big girl place, it's just like, oh, please, my peace of mind and my sanity. I prefer to just be in my own little space. But remember, people go through stuff.
Let me ask you to that, right? Let me ask you this question to that. Sorry, I know you asked a question, but just to that. Do you think that now you have your own place, right? And you can fly, like your wings, you can spread your wings, or you could bring them, you can contract them at any house you want. Do you think that if going back home, right, you restructure your life in a way that is pleasant and what's the word I'm looking for? It's like you don't bump head with your parents, right? You just see that moment, this season, 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, I don't know, whatever, right? This season is a season of pivoting, right? You are here and you try to get somewhere. Let me settle down. Let me not go out. Let me be home by a certain time, to respect their rules and regulations. Do you think that if you did that, you wouldn't have peace of mind?
If I did, is it peace of mind? Well, I mean, yeah, I would have peace of mind because we're not bumping heads, because I'm abiding by their rules in a sense. But is it also peace of mind because now I'm kind of having to pivot my own life to make sure that I'm pleasing them and we don't have any issues. So in a way, it's not peace of mind, but it is peace of mind because we're not having issues. If I abide by the rules.
Right. I can't necessarily do what I want to do, though.
I can't, but then I can't do what I would like to do. But if that's an issue, I might as well just go have my own place.
But we're talking about in situations where you cannot afford your own place, right? Or you were able to afford it, for example, and now you cannot afford it. Or, sorry, pose your question again. I think I forgot your questions. Please pose your question.
How old is too old to still be living in your parents' house?
I don't really feel like there's like I don't know. Right. I don't know there's a real age. Let's talk about like a healthy individual, right? We're not talking about like sick and needing care and da. That's a whole different story. But like healthy individuals, like I feel like I would want my kid to have left at some point, right? So whether that's like going off to college and then maybe you can come home after, right? At least you like left for a little bit, gained a little bit of independence out there, and then like now you're coming back to save money. I feel like that's okay. Now the person who like has never left, I don't know, I want you out by like 30. I want you out by like 25 or 30. You know what I mean? If you haven't gone to like school, or if you lived at home to save money in school and then, you know what I mean, you just have never left, I would be like, respectfully, sweetie, you need to go. Like, save up now. I'm going to prepare you, right? It's not going to be like, bam, one day you're out of here, right? But like, we're going to have conversations like, you need to start saving up money now. We can look for apartments together, like, because you need to learn some independence, right? You're all going to come back, especially if it's hard times. But like, I want you to like be free. I don't know. That's my thing.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel like hard times, Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You hit a key point there that I was going to address, and is you would bring them up, right? You would train them. You would show them the ropes. in this conversation, right, one thing that I wish that most people would think about first before answering, and the older folks, for one, would be, how did you set up that kid for success, right? Mm-hmm. If you didn't set up that kid for success, don't come about telling me they should leave at 18. Why should they have left at 18? To go do what? What did you do for them? How did you set them up, right, to be able to meet the real world? Now, parents too should also be able to know what kind of kids they got, right? If you have a kid that you know the struggle finances and all whatnot, there's no reason why you should let that kid get out of the house at 18. They're not ready for the real world. They're really not. But if they forcefully want to go, hey, you could become a prodigal son, or maybe don't, fall into that, that lane, and at least show your parents that, you got it on your own. But I think that the first thing is to set them up for success and then let them fly. If at 18, they're able to be on their own, right, pay for their bills and everything, then by all means fly. Go. Spread the wings. But by 18 they're not, I don't see the reason why they should go. Matter of fact, in my opinion, nobody should be living at home at 18. Even 21, nobody should. Save that money, save up, and wait till they say, what, you have 6 months worth of rent? Save up till you have 6 months worth of rent. Then you can leave. If you cannot do that, there's no reason for you to rush. You're only rushing to go and be struggling and stressing yourself for no reason. You know what I mean? And I mean, I've been there. And if I had to do it different, I'm sit my ass in the crib, obey the parents, you know, really obey them and listen. Kid you not. There are so many things that I wish that I could have listened when my mom said, hey, sit your ass down, pay attention here, pay attention there, because these things are not running. You'll grow up and they'll still be there. They'll even be there in abundance, right? And you don't listen and they grow up and they're really there in abundance, but you don't have the abundance to attain it. You cannot blame your parents but yourself, right? So in situations like that, you got to be able to listen to the parents. That's if they're giving you advice before you leave. Yeah. So to me, 21 is too little for anybody to move up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was living on my own at 21, but yeah, like I feel like part of me does wish I had like gone home at some point, stacked up some bread, like you said, and just could have put myself in a better like financial place. I feel like, but yeah.
But did you move out like after college? Like you just never came back home after college?
Yeah. So like, right. So like, yeah, I went to college and then got an apartment up there because I was working at my apartment complex. So they gave me like a discount. And then from there, yeah, I went to then went to PT school where I was on my own. You know what I mean? So like, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have the best college record. So like I feel like at some point I probably could have come home because it took me a while to finish my degree and I got like started kind of later in life. But so those little years I'm like, maybe had I like gone home, focused a little better, then gone back out, or I don't know, life happens how it does. I'm here, but
I mean it makes sense. I get it. Because I didn't move out till when? How am I right now? 32. I didn't move out until I got this job. Until like I moved to Dallas, basically. But I've had like my own apartments when I was in North Carolina. Like I had my own apartments and stuff. But like I said, actual big girl apartment by myself. I didn't move out till how long has it been? I think when I was 28. 28. And had I like gotten a job or say like if I had found another job like that was in Maryland, I'd probably still be in my parents' house. I'm not gonna hold you. I probably still would have been in my parents' house. Only because now today, like rent is diabolical.
It really is.
Like just for one bedroom is disgusting. So it's like, dang, I don't understand. But I mean, to AK's point too, like my dad always was the type of person is like, you need to get your finances together. Like make sure you have something saved or whatever. Because when I moved to Dallas, I was like, oh, baby, what did we, because all this time that my dad was saying, oh, save money, save money, save money. I was just like,
this, like you're paying.
It wasn't for that relocation check plus also the money that I had. I'm like, well, damn, at this point, I would have been shot of luck. But yeah, I think it just depends.
I follow this page that it's this Black woman. I think she has like 3 or 4 kids. I love, like, it's so fun watching them. But she does stuff like each of them have their own little like refrigerators and own little like cooking stands. So she like shows them like how to cook for
How to
themselves.
cook.
Yeah, they're doing like
yeah,
big meal, you know what I mean? All kind of stuff. She takes them out grocery shopping. She shows them like, okay, this is how you look for good, you know what I mean? Just all these like life family skills, right? There's another family, also black, and she like makes her children like pay rent. So she'll she'll like be going, she'll be like, knock knock, I'm here to collect your rent. Yeah. And she'd be like, what is this? No, I do not take like crumpled up.
I don't take bottled money and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, I know exactly what I mean. Yes. And so then like at one point one of the kids was delinquent and she was like, how are you about to pay this delinquency fee? I was like, I love that kind of stuff. I
like that stuff too. Yeah. I seen it. I forgot. I'm a put in the chat, but no, she was like, it's like something Manor or something, and then she goes and she's like, how much is your rent? $7. Girl, I wish I $7.
I was like, can I move this? I would be like, are you accepting?
Doorbell and everything. Ring the doorbell. This is management. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, she'll be like, she'll change like their their decorations to like to fall. I don't know. It's just like she does like a lot of cute stuff. I'd be like watching a lot of different of them.
I think that stuff is good though. It teaches kids to be like independent and how to manage money and whatnot. Like the little girl was like, I don't like to be behind on my rent. So she like paid like 2 weeks ahead of time. Like see stuff like that. I would be like, I'd pay that a little later.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that.
What was the second question?
What age? We answered it. What age do you expect your children to move out the house? But we like already answered it.
Cool. Because I wanted to ask something you mentioned, right? Okay, money management, right? We don't. When I say we, I mean like we call it people. We don't teach money management in our household much, right? Like for example, I'm sure you guys have seen back to school clips. Why are people buying them fake designers and lining up their kids and putting big backpacks on them, with them fake designers? Like, what are you trying to show?
Did you see the girl? Sorry, not to cut you off. Did you see the little girl with the lace front?
Yes, I was going to go to that too next.
Okay.
Wait, can you find her?
Yeah.
With the nails, like the whole 9 yards. Like, why?
Let me see. This little girl had like an all blue tracksuit on with a frontal, not even like a frontal, lashes. Like the girl was like going to like second or third grade. I'm like, baby. Yeah, like they did the whole 9 yards. Let me see if I can find it. It was a lot though. But what was your question?
Sorry. My question was, no, you good. My question was, how do we even begin to train kids, educate kids on money management if we ourselves are? How will we, most of the kids are graduating with.
Yeah, I just found her. Yeah. That's crazy.
That girl ain't got no teeth. She ain't got no top teeth. She ain't got no top teeth, but she got a frontal and her nails did.
Side note, by the way, somebody on Twitter, on our last episode when we were talking about that Angela Yee video, the guy, and you guys were saying that the guy should go ahead and leave the mom and the kid and stuff like that, like what, like he's been sexualizing the kid from birth. There's somebody on Twitter under that video saying it's normal that people sexualize kids, something along those lines. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, why?
Flag that, because I don't flag that.
Like something along those lines. And well, him and some other guy, they're going back and forth, like, but was saying like people, and to respond to was saying people dress up their kids, like that and things like that, and you expect somebody to sit and clear their mind, like
sexualizing them
to your mind, and you have to sit down and remove it. Like you cannot negate the fact that upon the first look, things don't pop up in your mind, but you have to sit there. On those lines. But I think the way he structured it did not. At first glance, I'm like,
okay, I get it. Yeah. I was like, wait a second.
He didn't eat with that one, but I get what he's saying, because I mean, I do kind of like agree to that. Like, if you are seeing some, like, not even a small kid or whatever, like just me alone, like if I have something on, the first thing you see, like that's revealing, obviously what's the first thing that's going to come to somebody's mind if it's like revealing or you're going to sexualize me? So like I never understood when people like, I remember I used to get into all these debates and people used to be like, well, you're a girl and I don't understand why. I'm like, bro, like y'all are not, like, just be for real, just keep it a beat at the end of the day. Like y'all need to call a spade a spade. If you're sitting here and you're wearing things, that's, but AK has said this before too, where he was like, oh, you guys go to the club, and you guys are wearing this, why wouldn't you think somebody's going to look at you some type of way? Whatever. So it just goes back to that conversation where it's just like, you can't get mad at people for looking at you some type of way. Now, I'm not talking about kids before y'all come and attack me. I'm talking about just people in general. But then also, you also have these young little ass kids or these high schoolers that look like they damn near 20, my age, 32, 35, when they really 15, 16. So it's like, if you see somebody, if a man is seeing a girl like that and she don't got clothes on or whatever, obviously our first like, oh damn, you look good or something, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I never understood why people be like, oh, why are y'all advocating for like wrong is wrong and this and that? Like, no, I feel like we also need to teach our kids be kids.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like it makes no sense that you will see a parent, you're raising your daughter, for example, and from like your kid growing up at 2, 3, 4, and they're playing, all they do is open their legs, right? And you as a parent, you don't put on shorts on, like you don't put on shorts on when they're leaving the house or when they're in the house of, you know, with other folks. You just put on a dress and their underwear and let them go. And they're sitting laughing, ha ha, ha ha. Oh, they're just kids. No problem. But that habit goes on along, and then eventually they don't even know what to do with pants. Like they don't know the use for pants. They don't know the use for shorts, right? They don't know the use for that. And you want to blame other people blame yourself too for not training that person right. Blame that person too.
Yeah.
There was this debate that, you know, I was watching online, and this girl was saying that I should be allowed to wear whatever I want, however I want, and stuff like that. You know, post whatever I want. And the other girl was like, okay, no problem. So let me get this straight. You want beef, where do you go? You go to the beef store. If you walk, the girl's like, well, I'll go to Walmart. So where do you go to Walmart to get beef? In the beef aisle, right? It's advertising the beef aisle. So if you are constantly posting, inviting stuff on your gram, like bikini pictures, and you turning your ass and it's always your ass and you're looking back and stuff like that, and men are constantly coming to you and saying, hey, how much is that? Or hey, this is that. And you get upset. Why you get upset for? You're advertising something. And what people can do is only ask like, hey, are you selling?
Yeah. You can't be upset. Like, and that's why we talk about you can't be upset if you're sitting here tooting your ass up on Instagram and then you expect for people not to say nothing and they'd be like, oh, well, it's my page and it's my body. People shouldn't be like, no, because obviously that just goes back. You're doing it for the plot. You obviously want a reaction, and now because it's not the reaction from a nigga that you want or a nigga that's fine. Because I promise you, if it was a guy that you wanted, you would have been tooting it up in all the pictures at this point. So because it's somebody that you're not attracted to or that you don't know, whatever, now all of a sudden it's a problem. Like, it's just weird. Like, just keep the same energy across the boards. Just either don't post a picture, or if you post a picture, be ready for what's to come with it. Yeah. That's just like the people that always be like, oh, y'all are in my business. How? Why wouldn't I be in your business? You posted the shit.
Post it. You post it all the time. Like, of course I want to say something.
I'm not going to say nothing no more. Well, then you shouldn't have posted it out in the first place, because now you open that world up for us to sit here and leave our comments and say what we have to say. And now because you don't like the reaction or the response that we put, you're upset now. And now all of a sudden we in your business.
I'll put it out there because I'm be in it.
Kids just need to be kids at the end of the day. Because y'all, I'm looking at this little girl got a Lululemon cup, a Lululemon tumbler.
The whole, I mean, like the shoe, this everything. It's just
a Lululemon set at that. Y'all know how much Lululemon costs?
What's Lululemon, first of all?
It's like this athletic wear type thing. Just alone, y'all, I have a Lululemon set. Y'all don't even want to know how much I paid for the set.
How much?
Okay. The jacket alone, $150.
The pants?
The leggings,
$70.
like $95, $90.
You're gonna sweat in it?
It's like it's supposed to be for workout, but us the girlies
it's like more for like to go out and look cute. Yeah,
it's literally just aesthetic. Like if I'm running errands on a Saturday, I'll put my Lululemon set on.
This is literally insane.
You can afford it, right? You can afford it.
Yeah.
Your kids cannot afford it. Why? Okay, now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you cannot spoil your kids, right? But I was just saying that people need to also be considerate about, okay, you want safety in the world. You want safety at schools and things like that. But you are doing all of these things. Are you guys also looking at the repercussions of this? Because this will also introduce stealing in school.
Mm-hmm. I was just about to say that.
Not even school, outside of school too, because they want to compare. They want to match up. Or kids will come home like, hey, mom, hey, dad, my friend had this, and now that. And then next you know, people are stealing or people are doing, selling cats and dogs out here for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Right along those lines, since we are speaking of back to school, Tutu, you guys, I mean, like you and your organization, you guys did a back to school drive, a backpack drive, back to school drive. What? You plug it in, please.
Yeah, we did a shout out to my organization, Next Gen Salon DFW. And we are a nonprofit organization. It's basically all the like young Salon, well, Sierra Leoneans for the people that don't know what Salon is, but Sierra Leoneans, we're all from Sierra Leone or are like first generation or either was born. Either way, it was just a community of Sierra Leoneans. And we just do things for the community. So we had a back to school event like last week or 2 weeks ago. It was cool. Gave over 250 backpacks, and then in the backpacks had school supplies and different things. And a lot of people came out of the community. We like broadcasted it on the radio. Shout out to my job; they popped out, so shout out to them. A lot of people came out with their kids. We had like a water park splash day, face painting, food, DJ, and stuff like that. So it was a really good event, a really good turnout. Shout out to the people that also sponsor Amazon for one. Amazon, we reached out to them and they like donated like 60 big boxes of like different miscellaneous things like school supplies, clothes, like they had stuff to fix cars. Like they had brake pads and stuff. I'm like, bro, like it literally just a whole bunch of different stuff. But they definitely helped out in sponsoring the kids and stuff. And the kids were happy. And then we were able to, because we actually had a little bit left over. So we were able to actually give those away to like kids in shelters as well. And then also send some back home. So it was a really dope event initiative for sure.
What is that feeling like, giving back?
I always like giving back, like community service and stuff. It actually be like a lot of people be dreading it, but I actually like doing stuff like that because you feel like, dang, I really helped like somebody. Like I mean, you never know. You actually like maybe help save a life, or just like feeling like, dang, I did something good that wasn't like for myself or whatever. So like whenever it comes to like community service, like feeding like the unhoused or things like that, I really like those because like you get to like interact with people and you don't know what people is going through. And sometimes I'll sit here and complain, but like, dang, I wish da-da-da-da-da. But then I got somebody else that's going through it 10 times worse than what I'm going through. So then when you hear those stories and stuff, you be like, dang, that's crazy. Yeah, like when we had the people come to back to school, like it was like a mom and she had like 5 kids, and she was like, I'm going through it. Like, I literally didn't know how I was about to do this, and I didn't have no money for no school supplies. Y'all really helped. So it just felt really good. Like, dang, like our small little donation, like help. Like, especially when they be tearing up and crying. I mean, obviously it's not a good thing, but like you could feel like the impact that you bring. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like it.
That's off topic. Yeah. You guys ever heard of a white people?
What?
A white people like back to school giveaway.
Like a white people?
Yeah, like white people organizing like back to school giveaway. You ever heard that? I was just thinking about it earlier. Like most of the back to school drives that I know or heard, mostly black folks. I've never.
That's true. Yeah.
Like
white people
or churches.
Churches, yeah.
The only white people I know that do it would be like a church. You know,
they don't. I feel like the white people that do it, it'd be like maybe through their companies, like their jobs. So the jobs like maybe like they won't host it themselves, but they'll like have like a box maybe in the office and be like, oh, drop some supplies and then we're gonna donate it or put a check with it or so, like I feel like that's what they do. They don't necessarily get out and like actually engage with the community and stuff like that. That's true. I'm noticing that they either give money or they be like, oh hey, we collected this. Y'all do whatever y'all want to do.
Yeah. I was just curious. Oh, okay. Oh, last question there. I don't know if you have questions about back to school drive, but are you guys doing this again? Two-part question. Are you guys doing this again? For one, and then two, next time that you guys do it, what is it that you need from the community? How would you want the community to help?
I think we're gonna do it again. I think we're gonna make it an annual thing. So we'll do it again. And then we also launched that same day we launched our mentoring like initiative. So like where we have people that are gonna be mentors to like the little kids from like 5 to like high school, going to college and stuff. So that was really dope. So we're doing that now. And then other question was, what do we need? I mean, honestly, whatever, like whether it be like monetary, some people weren't able to actually physically give us school supplies. So they like sent money to the organization and we were able to buy stuff. So like, even if it's not monetary stuff or like physically giving us stuff, also just spreading the word that, oh, we're doing stuff or whatnot. Cause a lot of people found out about it. Like, there's a Next Gen Ivory Coast here as well. We won't talk about their name, but they, ended up having a cookout like a couple weeks prior. And then out of nowhere, there was like a flyer that was like, oh, come to this cookout, but you need to bring supplies because we're giving the supplies to Next Gen Salon. And I'm like, the hell? Like, you see, like things like that. Like, it caught us off guard because we didn't ask them to do it, but it's the thought that counts. Like, dang, y'all looked out like Ivory Coast is looking out for. We on two different, you know what I'm saying? We're two different, like, not spectrums or whatever, worlds, but it's just like, wow, the fact that y'all did this and we didn't ask y'all, like that shows a lot. So just like community outreach. Yeah.
And any questions?
No, not really.
What about the Next Gen name? Did you say was an issue?
The West.
Well, technically it's not an issue, but it's a because I'm trying to say this without being messy. Next Gen. Okay, so basically Next Gen is like has already been patented, so we can't really basically say like, oh yeah, we took like that's ours, but we are like the first Next Gen like African country organization in this Dallas, right? So we are Next Gen Salon DFW, baby, y'all. There is a Next Gen Ivory Coast. There is a Next Gen Ghana. There is a Next Gen like. It's like, what the hell did y'all come from? Like, we literally, before when we started this, because October 8th is going to make it a year of Next Gen. Mm-hmm. So, like, within a year, it's already Next Gen Ivorian, Next Gen Ghana, Next Gen Nigeria. And it's just like, what the hell? Like,
y'all started something. They're like,
and that's what my friends be telling me. Like, y'all should be happy. Like, y'all started a trend and stuff like that. Which is, yes, it's cool and nice. But like, damn, like, if we started something, can y'all give us like the props? Like, hey, we y'all lay the blueprint, and we really like what y'all doing. We just wanted to continue it. Like in Cali, we have a Next Gen Salon, Cali, like the Bay. But see, the way they came about it the right way. They came, was like, hey, y'all, we want to start something in the Bay. How do y'all feel? We want to get with y'all that are like, Dallas is the main headquarters. And now we have different branches and stuff like that. Like, that's how you do stuff. You don't just randomly, oh, it's a Next Gen so-and-so.
Yeah.
Am I tripping? Or like, because when I was having this conversation with somebody was like, you're doing a lot. I'm like, I feel like, I think it's just the way that you go about it. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. I don't know. Especially since the person that started, I'm not going to say said which one, but the person that started it has been like communicating with me like saying, oh, hey, I want to do things and like with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang, like you could have gave us a heads up. Because one day I wake up and then I see y'all have a next gen so and so. And I'm like, what the hell did this come from? Why you ain't say nothing?
Yeah.
Because me, I would have helped out. I would have been like, okay, yeah, this is how you go about making it a nonprofit, or even getting, because like we're registered in the state of Texas and stuff, so it's like a legit thing. So I could have helped you and be like, oh, this is how you go about doing things. But like just to pop up and just, it's weird.
We here.
I mean, I don't necessarily see an issue with it. Now there'll be an issue if they came and asked you and didn't give you the props. Now that would be the issue. So this,
I think that's what it is, though.
Yeah. So this,
we have like props.
Yeah. Like, well, I mean, so regardless, you want the props.
Yeah.
Regardless,
it would just be nice. Like, it's not mandatory, but it would be nice to hear like, oh, we started this because we seen Next Gen Saloon start this and so. Like,
so
that would
business-wise, that's not good. It's not good because then there's no breathing room for healthy competition, right? Like, I'm not saying that you guys need to compete, but at some point you guys are competing because you want to be a better known profit, right? So having this is like, okay, I see what you guys are doing. I'm going to do it better. I'm going to try to do it better for my people, same way as you're doing it for your people, right? So let's have this healthy thing and see what happens. I mean, if they would not pick another name, it would not make sense. It really would not make sense. The Next Gen serves a purpose. The only reason I'm saying that because in MD, there are also many Next Gen organizations.
Right.
So
I mean, that is true with the healthy competition and whatnot. But I just feel like as if, I don't know, just be like,
I feel like the weird thing is more so the person who you know and we're talking to who didn't say anything. I feel like
who didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying?
Like
that's
just weird. I feel like anybody else who started it, I don't think they necessarily needed to reach out to y'all. I feel like AK said, since it is kind of their own little thing, like they might have just thought, oh, we're gonna start it. We don't really have to tell anybody else, like from your organization. I feel like it could have been a courtesy. I get you on that, but I don't feel like it was like a mandatory thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's weird. Like I said, the person
if you have the conversations, because we definitely did have conversations.
Yeah, like that's weird that you're not
was asking me, oh, our country's independence is coming up and we trying to do a boat party too. See, things like that, then it's like, all right now. And mind you, I gave them the information to do that. So it's just like, just a little courtesy, like, hey, that's it.
Yeah, no, I feel that part.
Okay, Pennsylvania authorities have just busted a major, highly profitable drug ring operating right outside of two Penn State fraternity houses. But what's truly shocking, investigators isn't just the sheer volume of cocaine being moved, it's how the fraternities allegedly treated their new recruiters. According to prosecutors, incoming pledges weren't just hazed with typical college pranks. They were forced to act as manual laborers, cutting, packaging kilograms of cocaine as a mandatory part of their institution. Initiation into the brotherhood.
Wait. You mean to tell me the kids, these new pledges were?
Yeah.
They had them little boys in the lab for real.
Yeah.
Imagine these little pledges with a scale.
Shirtless.
Sorry, go ahead.
In this hot little thing. Absolutely.
Like
it's everywhere.
Anyways, you guys can go and read, you guys can go and read, further about the case, but what are you guys' first reaction to this when you guys read about it?
That's so funny. But we're not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. It's Penn State. And we forget where Penn State people who goes.
It sounds white.
Sounds about white.
Yeah. No, I was actually a little surprised because it's the having the fraternity pledges cut it. I was like, what? I'm sorry. Is this real life? Like, what? I don't know. It sounded a little too absurd. So for me, I feel like it was a little surprising to hear. That's crazy. Also, for the pledges who really did that, like, I'm wondering about y'all. At what point is this fraternity like what is this worth to y'all? Because is it worth felonies? Are they getting charged the pledges? Or do they have a cop out? That's my question actually. Is it the ringleaders getting charged? Or who in this 14
All
are they
of
the pledges? All of
All
yeah.
of them get charged though, because because I feel like they're gonna look at it as, okay, granted, yes, you were forced to do some necessarily
You're under
you
duress,
really weren't
but for a
forced to do it.
voluntary thing.
Well, you voluntarily did it because you weren't forced. Because technically, like, yes, granted, you want to be in this fraternity, so you would do anything. But it's just like,
Where
if
you
you have a gun to your head, where it's like, oh, like you literally could have been like, nah, I'm good. Like,
yeah.
my
This is where I tap out.
education, my parents
Yeah.
didn't pay too much money for me to get an education for me to catch a felony for y'all. Nah, catch on the next line or something. Like, it's just no. Like,
you're not doing this. Nope. Nope, not worth it. To get expelled from university.
Expelled is one.
And then a felony. Yes. A drug charge that's not going to drop off.
A felony.
A felony. You can't even vote, my boy. You just got that thing and now you can't even vote. Damn.
That is diabolical.
Crazy part, right? The ringleader is a 24-year-old.
Sounds about white again, like I said. It's always the older people. Like, just like even with the hazing situation, it's always the old heads that graduated or that come back and now they still want to be in the didn't graduate already. Go stroll your ass off campus or do something else. Like, they always want to come back and they want to be in the mix and they want to be in the fold. You didn't already graduate.
Their glory days.
Yeah, it's like you just do too much. Because just like remember the last hazing situation that they just had with the boy? They beat him so bad that he got a skin graft or whatever. Yeah, like they're all old heads. Like, you literally graduated college and you work for, what was it, the government or something like that. Like, you literally graduated and you came back to do that. Just like with the boy at Southern, they're all like 26, 27 years old. And y'all coming back and y'all hazing these little kids? What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
It's like a power trip.
For those who are pledging, help me understand. If I'm a sweet, like if I got a sweet tooth, right, and I see candy, I want candy so bad, right? Like, I'll be craving it so bad. How much do you crave? How much of a craving can you have for pledging? You will see something like this and look the other way. What is in this thing that gets you so like attracted to it like that? Yo, I'm gonna go to this.
I think people go for the connections. Honestly, like when I talk to people, and just people who are in it, I have family members who are in different things. It's like you build a lot of different connections, like while you're in the college setting, but also even when you're out of it. Like, oh, you were a so-and-so, like let me introduce you to my, you know what I mean? They have like a lot of events and stuff. And so it's really good. Not publicity.
Some people do it because they just want to fit in and they want to be cool because it looks cool. So some people, but I know, like Hannah was saying, like I know a lot of people that like
I say for Black people, like network.
Yeah, just because they're in like part of the Divine Nine, or not even Divine Nine, but just in a sorority fraternity, like you can literally be like, oh yeah, because I'm an AKA. Now you work you got a government job because your line sister or your soror like literally works like it. That's how connected they are. That it's just like, it's like their own little family in a sense. I know a lot of people do that because of that, but then some people also do it because they don't like people don't know who they are, like identity. Because when people do this, they go through college. So, you know, when you're in college, you're still trying to figure out who you are and stuff like that. So some people, they make being in a fraternity and sorority maybe their whole entire identity, and they're just trying to figure out who they are. But then others, you have some people that also, their whole entire family is D9. Like their whole, like mom, dad, grandma, auntie, sister, like everybody. So it's kind of like, if I'm not one, I'm a loser. Like if I don't make line, or if I'm not in fraternity sorority, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So it just varies.
At my P, with it, PHI, whatever it's called, like my white institution. A lot of the kids too, they would be like freshmen, they would be friends with all the people in the frats. And so like that's all their friends now. And so that's why they would want to like be in it so bad because like that's all they hang out with. They've been to all the parties, they've been to all this, you know what I
All they
mean?
know.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah.
Would you let your kids pledge?
I mean, if they wanted to. If I feel like as if like if it's not like changing who you are, and I know that's hard to say, and I say that very loosely because I feel like obviously when I don't know, so I can't speak, but like when you're doing these stuff or whatever, obviously a part of you kind of has to change to kind of adjust or whatever. So it's like as long as it's not changing you to like where like I'm noticing like no, this is like, something like that. But if you want to, because some people also, they join these organizations because of the values and the missions that they have. Like some of these organizations actually really be doing good things. Like some focus on schools, some focus on like giving back, some focus on like community and brotherhood and sistership. So some people like, you never know.
Yeah,
I personally wouldn't. Sorry, go ahead. What were you about to say? I was gonna say like even in knowing all that and some of the good things that they do, I feel like I wouldn't. I feel like I have watched a lot of videos on people who have like denounced their fraternities and sororities and just like of the different pledges they said, of the different like oaths they've had to give. Um, I don't really like the sound of what I've heard, and so I wouldn't want my kid to go through that. You know, even like there's different types of like mental fortitude in doing something hard, right? There's the type of hard where you wake up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning and you go out for a run or you exercise and you get your day started, right? That's hard and that's not a hard that I'm okay with my kids doing. But like there's a different type of mental fortitude that you have to do to be a frat and like or a sorority. They call you at all times of the night, wake you up. You know what I mean? Your job right now is to be in school and get these grades, right? But here you are being woken up by these other kids who are power hungry on this power trip trying to I don't know, I don't like and then they isolate you. Like I don't feel like you should have to feel isolated from your group to be in another group. Like if it's for good. I don't know. I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like yes, I understand that at some point isolation is good. It helps you focus. But secluding yourself from other people, you can't tell anybody what's going on. I don't know, I just feel like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like it. It feels icky. And like I said, I think we talked about this on a different podcast, but like of the things that I've heard them having to do, like the egg thing, the onion, just all these different things. Like, I mean, if you really want to do that, I'm gonna share that stuff with my kid. But if that's you, if you really, really want to, also go ahead and fund it yourself then, because I'm not paying. You know what I mean? If that's really what you want to get, fund it yourself. But yeah, and if these grades start slipping, you will hear my mouth. So
what do you mean by funding yourself?
you have to pay to be in a sorority.
You have to pay.
To pay. Yeah, this is
this
time.
Free?
What?
Oh, man.
You thought it was free?
You have to fund. Like,
you have to pay.
Undergrad, you have to pay.
It's not.
Yeah, and then graduate, you gotta pay even more.
It's a couple bands, right? Couple bands to be in each semester.
That's just to be a part.
Yeah, like, then all the stuff when you're in it
to be like current.
Yeah, you have to pay your dues.
Like in order for you to be an active member, you have to make sure that your dues are always up to date.
Yes. You thought this was free?
I really thought it was free.
Oh no. Those conventions that they be going to, not free. The paraphernalia, not free.
Wow.
The dues, not cheap. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. There's so many different events that they have. Yeah. Wait.
Let me get it straight. I'm paying money
to be hazed. Yeah. Yes. To be tortured, to be burned.
You're paying money to be included.
To be
So
isolated
some will say.
Because how long is it? Like when you start to when it's like it's like a couple months at least.
Yeah.
It's not like a little like 4-week thing. It's like a couple months.
It goes usually from like maybe like spring, like you have your interest meeting in like spring,
and then in
and
fall.
you come out by like fall.
Yeah.
But then if I tell them to go join the military, they'll say no.
But the military kind of is like a cult too.
I guess.
And would I want my kids to join the military? No.
Right.
So,
I guess.
Only difference is military kind of paying you to fight, but yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy though. That's crazy. Did you guys see on the news, I think a few months back, when the cops went to a basement of a fraternity home and they found a ton of people pledging well, I don't know if they were pledging, but they were in the dark. It was filth all over the place. It was dark, filth, water dripping down. I mean, it's like they had watered them like plants. Throw dirt on them. You guys never seen? You guys see it on the news? Oh, and the authorities was wondering what the hell they were doing, and none of them would say what was going on. Like
they're doing. You can't. You literally cannot say anything. You cannot say nothing unless, even if you're dying, that might be but like as we can see, we've seen situations where it's literally life and death. And niggas is like, I choose death. Just so if I make it out alive, then I have a story to tell. And even that, you still can't tell what you went through.
So, okay, I was listening to this podcast once, right? And it was talking about these girls who were pledging into their sorority, right? It was one of the Divine Nine. I can't remember. I think they were Deltas. Anyway, so they had been being like hazed and everything. And the only hazing they talked about on the podcast was more so just like a lot of like sleep deprivation. Like they'd have to be like I said, up at all hours of the day. Like they were expected, like if your phone rang or if they like texted you, you have to text back and like within a certain amount of time, or else you get penalized, like all this kind of stuff, right? So long story short, fast forward, these girls, they were like super, super tired. They just had an event like the day before. Then they're supposed to do like their coming out show, right? And so they had just gotten their nails done, hair, like everything done, right, after this big event. And so then they had to like wake up early. Well, they ended up getting in this like really, really bad car accident on the way to the event for the line show, right? They all died. And the parents were asking the Deltas, like, hey, can we? Oh, actually, no. The parents were like, they had Delta like paraphernalia like on the casket and everything and like all that kind of stuff. Delta reached out like, hey, actually, since they didn't cross over, like
they didn't, yeah.
They can't wear that. So respectfully, like remove it.
Because they didn't cross.
These girls died on the way to go cross and they crossed over to the wrong place. And you can't give me a freaking pendant and a jacket. Yeah, no. But like sleep deprivation, you know, they were like so tired. One girl, I think they said that she fell asleep at the wheel or something. I think only one girl survived. The driver survived and everybody else died. That's what it was.
Did she cross?
Did
she cross over?
No, she was like in critical.
Oh, she didn't. No.
Yeah, like critical care.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what.
And I think she ended up going to jail for like manslaughter.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for sure. That's easy one. It's the same as this guy's for this Penn State thing. Instead, like I think authorities say, well, people are saying that they should hold the fraternity accountable. The fraternity said, we kick the fools out. They're not part of us anymore. But
they acted under you.
They're not going to do, I've noticed that they're not going to do a lot of those stuff unless it's like a death. Where like, even if it happens, then like the most they'll do probably is like expel them from the school, from the plot. That's it. And once you get expelled, there's no coming back to that school.
You guys hold on there. I'm still stuck on the fact that you got to pay to join this thing. Wait.
Oh, you thought it was just free?
I really thought it was free.
Big money. It's not like a couple $100s. It's like I said, like a couple bands. And this
people gotta like rack up money. Imagine I
want to say like
in like undergrad trying to like scrape up all this money to just like
I don't want to. Let me look up. I don't want to misspeak because I'm like even these little whites were like. Hold on. Let me look. Yeah, this says it can reach 45. So 4,500 a semester for non-residents. And like 3,000 ish up to $12,000 per semester. So 3 to 12, anywhere from there. Especially if you live in the house. That's what it is. So if you live in the house too, it's way more expensive. Yeah.
So for people who take out loans to go to school, they take out those loans, but yet in the same breath, some of them come and pay this amount monthly or on a quarterly basis to be part of a fraternity, sorority.
They like what the sorority and fraternity bring, the missions and the values and stuff.
So this says it's $30 to $200 for a recruitment or like a rush fee. So it's just to register for the process. Then a new member pledging fee is like $100 to $500. Then the initiation fee here says $150 to $600. Then active member dues are like every semester. So you have like your national fees and insurance is 100 to 300. The local chapter dues are $500 to $1,000 plus some of the extra like local events that you'll be doing. If you're living inside of the house, it's $3,000 to $9,500 per semester, which it does include like internet, utilities, and meals by a private chef. Okay, private chef. And then even if you don't live inside the house, you are still required to pay $100 to $500 per semester for house fees, because you still like come inside the house to like hang out. Yeah. And then there are a bunch of hidden fee costs like different merchandise and apparel, social events and philanthropy events. You have like a big and a little. So like, do guys have that? I wonder.
I know we used to have big. We used to have big and like. Well, not me, but my sister at Hampton. They have big and littles, and she was somebody's big, but she wasn't in a sorority though. It's just they have that at school.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they have like big and littles, and so then they have to like get gifts. They said customarily it's anywhere between $300 and $500, like for a gift. Wow. Yeah. And then just some other fees. $500 even if I don't live in the house. $500 I don't even live there a semester. I'm paying $1,000 just to go visit this home of our. Okay, wow.
Dang.
So is that like a thing, like to you women? Is that like a thing? Like if the guy's in a fraternity, is that like a plus to the guy?
Not for me.
Not really.
Like I wouldn't care either way. Like if he's like, oh yeah, I'm a Kappa, I'd be like, okay. But if he said he was like, what's the one, the dogs where they do all the tongues?
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah. But if you're a key, I'd be like, I probably would give you some side like. I don't know if I feel safe. I don't know because they are wild, but like I just don't know if our personalities would like mesh, you know. So I guess like I would take it. I know a little bit about some frats where I would be like, that kind of gives me some insight.
They are. Yeah. I have some people that like, I know that like I have friends that are guy friends that are in fraternities and they're just, it just depends. Like sometimes when they be saying like the fraternity and sorority makes a person, I mean, doesn't make a person. Like you really do have people that just
that's all
really that are like that's all their life. Like you could tell like that is them. But then you also have the people, like I said, literally joined it because maybe like their grandfather was like, you know, in it and was, I don't know, just played a very key, like a major key role in it. So they really like love it and stuff like that. And they really just cherish like their missions or their values and stuff like that. But I don't know. It just depends. It depends. If I meet somebody that says, oh, I'm Greek, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I remember when I was in college and I used to Baby, I used to swear. But I still say nowadays, I love me an ice cold man, and that's an alpha man. But now the fraternities don't be, they just be whatever.
Yeah. So we used to joke in college that all the alphas were DL.
Really?
At least at my school.
All the Kappas are like, gee. They're always the sassy ones. They're always the sassy, and they're all shimmying and
yeah.
Every time I met a Kappa, I'd be looking at them like, you're too sassy for me. Like you just too. And they're the ones that's always like dressed up with the 3-piece suits, and all that. Like this, just that. And then you have the Qs. The Qs is like, you're gonna not gonna ruin my life. Like they're the ones that they pick you up and put you in the air.
Yes, I'd be like, hold on, get away. I'm scared of a kid. Listen, they're something. Yeah. They're dogs.
Very much.
They're dogs.
Okay. Let's switch gears a little bit. You guys heard about in Kansas, they're implementing a strict statewide bell-to-bell cell phone ban. In districts like Kansas City, schools spend up to $150,000 on physical smartphone lockers. Students must deposit all personal electronic devices, including smartwatches and wireless earbuds, into their locker bins upon entry into the building.
Even the watch?
The watch is crazy.
The watch is crazy. Like the phone, I understand.
I get the phone.
The phones, but I understand the phones. It's just like my phone that I paid my phone bill for. Like me, you want me to now hand over my phone? Like I get what they're trying to do, but then I also don't get it because it's just like, yeah, if we have an emergency, we have a school shooting. Now we sitting here fumbling, trying to get into the damn safety box now because y'all wanted to keep stuff like, and then like, at least if the phone can go. I have my watch. Great. Yeah, but if you want to take my watch now, what happens?
Yeah, I don't like the watch not. Because I feel like also, I can't really look up much on my watch. I'm not like perplexed, like Google Chat. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't like really like look up too much on my watch. I might be able to send a text back. Okay. But like also that's mad annoying to be
having to or talk to it. Like
yeah, you know what I mean? That's like I don't know. These kids ain't doing all that. I don't
think. If you want me to put my phone up, you as a teacher should put your phone up too. Like I feel like it should just be across the board. Like it shouldn't be just the kids. Like why you get to have your phone? And then I feel like the excuse would be, oh, because we need it just in case of emergency. Well, I need my phone too just in case of an emergency. Like you have kids that have health issues. You have kids that their phone literally is their lifeline. Like, oh, some people are diabetics and don't it tell you like when you got to take your insulin, like little things like that. Like you can't sit here and talk about oh yeah, I need to put my phone up. No. Like I just no.
Yeah.
If you want to take my phone, pay my phone bill. That way you can go ahead and you can dictate how you want to regulate my phone.
If you want to take my phone, pay my phone bill. That's crazy.
Because why are you taking my phone that I pay money for? Like absolutely to do what? Because I'm not focusing, I'm not doing nothing. I don't understand. Half of these kids anyways, AI be teaching them, ChatGPT.
Pretty much. I mean, the crazy part here is that they are spending $150,000, but they will not pay teachers $150,000.
Or have any bonuses or
What sense does that make?
Don't have any like school drives or like, oh, teachers will help you decorate your classrooms, all that kind of stuff. You know, here's some supplies. Like, yeah,
very bored. First of all, who even lives in Kansas? No, seriously, who lives in Kansas? Like, I know, like,
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Like Kansas City Chiefs is not even in Kansas. I heard, ain't it or no? Like the Chiefs, I don't think they're in there. I think I'm not mistaken.
I have a few cousins in Kansas, actually.
Africans live there?
Africans, yeah.
It's probably just them. Anyway, like ask them when you talk to them, ask them and say, is there any other fellow Africans in Kansas? Because absolutely not. Let me check. Let me see.
Like what is in
let me see.
But 150,000 is crazy. That's a lot of money.
Kansas City is not even inside Kansas. It's the border between Missouri and Kansas. You see what I'm saying? It's not even in Kansas.
It makes no sense.
Well, it says here that whites only about 86%, and blacks or African Americans alone 6.1%. Hispanics are like 14%.
Compared to 86%.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a
Asians
lot.
alone 3.3% living.
You know what I'm saying? So your cousins make up that 6%.
That's tough. That's tough. But right along those lines, right? Right along those lines. Wait, you're going to say something?
No, I'm just saying it's crazy.
Yeah, very. But you guys know what's crazier? Well, I don't know if this one is crazier to you guys, but it is to me. The Detroit Public School Community District offers an attendance incentive program that pays high school students $100 per week in Visa gift cards for achieving perfect attendance during designated weekly cycles. How you guys feel about that?
Huh? They get paid $100 a week?
Mm-hmm. While middle school students in the district can earn $50 per week for the same flawless weekly attendance.
So they're getting paid to go to school.
Pretty
Right.
much.
Every time they wake up now, they said, "Oh, I need to get up and go to school because I need money."
That's
literally.
That's insane to me.
That's the dumbest thing I've heard.
Yeah. I mean, I just feel like the school's gonna run out of money real quick. Like,
This is Michigan. Yes.
Yeah, Detroit.
They don't even, you know what, let me be quiet. They don't even have money, Seth, to even be given out in the first place.
Let's see. How much is Detroit worth?
And I want to be like, so how much are kids really missing school for you to have to pay them $50 a week? 50 to 100 a week?
First of all, let nobody tell you that school don't got money. Schools got money. Bro, when I went to Western Michigan University, these niggas took down a fucking stone, to put up another stone. I'm like, why? What's the point of this rock?
That's a college, though. Yeah.
That's the white people. The white people have money. They have money to do that. I bet you that school that you're talking about in Detroit, I bet you the demographic of it is all black kids, majority.
Probably.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's a public school, probably. I promise you that. Meanwhile, your school, your university, it's a PWI, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
I remember I went to school. My friend went to school in North Carolina. It was called, what is that school called? Y'all, when I kid you not, that school, it wasn't even a school. It was a resort. I lied to you not. Like when you go on that campus, it's fountains and like it's given you're at Universal Studios or Disney. It's not given a university. It's like they have all types of stuff like restaurants. It's like actual chains, like Cheesecake Factory on campus is Diabolical, like an actual restaurant. It's not given, you know how we have Chick-fil-A's and we have no. It's like actual chain restaurants at what the hell is that damn school? Where did he go? When I got there and I said, this how y'all living? That's why tuition is like this.
Yeah.
What is that school called? Dang, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, that shit.
North Carolina?
It was in North Carolina, but
Wilmington?
No, it was like I'm about to text and ask him what school did. High Point. High Point University. High Point University.
That's a really good school though. That's like
I went there and I said,
that's a really nice school.
Take me back to the hood. Yeah. Take me back. Because I don't belong. Like you could tell that you don't belong there. Like that, that's how bougie it is. I was like, ain't no way you go here. As a whole African at that, you go to this school. Like it's just no. I was walking on that campus. They have golf carts. People get around on campus by golf carts. Like what? Yeah, no.
That's dope.
That's funny.
That's dope. That's dope. But I mean, well, not but just right along those lines again, still in Detroit. University of Michigan is launching a grade covering pilot program starting in fall of 2027 for its College of Literature, Science, and the Arts, I believe, to combat escalating youth mental health crisis. First semester freshmen will only see pass or no credit on their official external transcript. Though traditional grades will still be tracked internally. This makes sense to you, y'all?
No.
I don't even know what you said.
So they get a pass or fail, even though the real grade is tracked.
Yeah.
So internally in the school system, they could have A to F, but on transcript or whatever, it's either pass or no credit.
Yeah, because of the kids' mental health.
How would the kids
No,
know that they were on the edge of
that's the dumbest
failing
thing I've heard.
if they don't know?
I need to see that F so that you know that you need to get your shit together. You need to see that, oh, this is
a D. Because if you get the F, it's going to be a no credit. You need to see the D to know, get your shit together. That's what I was trying. Yeah. What? That's so dumb.
What is that? Because you see a no credit when I was in school or no credit in college. That's just okay. I just don't get the credit for that. It don't do nothing. It's just I dropped the class.
Yeah.
Or that's like a no credit. Like sometimes some no credits. It could just be like if you drop the class ahead of time before.
True. Yeah.
It's like say on your transcript like no credit, but you don't fail the class. It's just
it doesn't mess with your GPA.
Now sometimes you have those no credits where it now shows like, oh, you didn't pass the class because it's a no credit. But like, yeah, if I'm seeing that on my transcript, I'm gonna look at it as I just dropped that class because I wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Rather, if I see a D or an F, I'm like, oh hell no. Like
right.
No. Yeah. No, I don't think that's smart at all. And what do you mean for their mental health? Like, this is the time to grow the freak up, y'all. Like, I mean, mental health is really, really important. Do not get me wrong. But also, there's so many free services on campus. Go talk to the free counselor to talk about your mental health if you really feel like you have to. Go to the free health clinic and get the free medication that they're going to provide to you with your free health care. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Why? So I just think it's really crazy that y'all are firing all these Black people because God forbid DEI, and that the Black people are getting jobs that they're not supposed to get. But now we're lowering all these standards across the country for every single program because mental health is so real. Like, what? What are we talking about here? Like, I don't understand. Are we not supposed to prepare these kids for life, or what's the point of college?
I feel like personally that whole like seeing the letter grades or whatever situation that is stimulating my mental. That right there is.
I want to see the A's.
It's activated my mental, so that way I know I need to get my shit together. That's helping. So this whole of trying to save because their mental that is dumb. They're just very bored. Yeah. They don't have nothing else to do.
And then what do they do when, they got a D, right? It just says pass, but they got a D. Yeah, I did so good in that class. I'm ready for the next one. Okay, and they get an F, right? Now what's their mental health looking like? Is mental health just important for this first semester? Or what's the carryover? What's the long-term goal here?
Isn't it some D's? Some D's is also still passing.
These are passing, right? But
these are passing.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's like a certain percentage. If you get past I think it was like the 16.
That's an F. I think an F is.
It's a pass.
D is passing. Some D's are passing. Yeah. Some D's, but it has to be a certain percentage.
Some D's pass.
It's like a 7. It depends on the scale.
It depends on your program.
70, a 70 could be a failing, but then a 70 could also be a C. So it's like it just depends.
Okay, guys, they're also trying to lower the grading scale. So they want an A to go all the way into like the 80s or the 70s. I said an A.
I forbid.
An 86 is not an A in any type of universe to me. An 86 is a B, and a solid B, not even a B plus. That is a solid B.
Yeah.
So at my school, in high school, it was like, I don't even know if we had A pluses, but I just remember like a 94 to 100 was like, that was like your solid A. And then like a 90 to the 94, that was like an A minus. And then it just kept going down from there.
Yeah.
But like a 94.
Yeah, like a 89 starts like B's going down. And then C's is like going into the 70s. Yeah, 70s. After 70s, anything like 69 is a D.
That's a D for real.
It's a D. 69 is a D, and then
anything
like 69, baby.
Don't even bring that home. Don't even look me in my eye. Don't even look me in my eye with a anything lower than this, because you will piss me off.
I remember,
what am I working for you to be earning this mess?
That's what my dad used to say. I remember I used to and it would be like, well, for me, at the end of the year, that's when I would try to get my grades to go up. And I remember I used to fight with my teachers, and I'm like, girl, you have a whole 59. And I'm like, well, that 59 could go up by next week. And they're like, no, girl, it's not. I'm like, damn, it's not happening. 59 is crazy.
It is. What I dealt with 10 people with brain injuries to pay for you to be here, and you look me in my face and give me a D. I done broke my back.
Degrees. That's how I used to tell my dad. My dad used to say, he's like, you're coming home with C's, my boy. You got me a degree, so you're gonna have to take this C and call it a day.
You don't know. You don't even know what I had to deal with to get you here.
Yeah.
Now I understand.
Is it passing grade? God damn.
What?
D is still passing grade?
For some, yeah. But it depends on the class and the program. Because
D was passing.
If it was like an easy class, like a one little credit class, then a D is passing. But for some of the harder, more advanced classes, then it would a C.
Speaking of children, I wanted to ask this, right? Sorry to cut you short. Before getting this question, why are they making this pilot program for some very easy curriculum? Like, for example, majors. There you go. Thank you. Literature, science, the arts. Why couldn't they do it for
biology students,
biologists, things like that? If we really talk about mental
health, there are people who need better mental health for real. But
you have mental health. You're reading Shakespeare. You're having mental health. From what? Remember,
I ain't gonna hold you though. No way, I ain't gonna hold you though, because that literature sometimes, because they're doing it for literature. I remember I told y'all I took AP language, advanced placement language. Y'all, that shit in high school, I was like, what the hell did I sign up for? What the hell that thing was hard.
What would you do with a literature degree though? Why is that?
Well, I mean, that's true, because I don't really know a lot of people that's actually.
What are you gonna do with
what are you going to do with an arts degree?
I got an arts degree.
Literally arts or Bachelor of Arts?
Oh, you're right.
There we go.
You're right.
You know, what? Like what? Are you hearing somebody say, oh.
Well, my cousin has an arts degree, and homegirl's an architect, a graphic design, whatever. She be designing hotels.
See? Okay. No, wait, hold on, time out. Did she study how to draw plans and things like that? They said learn AutoCAD and all that stuff. Architecture. That's because there's architecture on that.
It was graphic design, interior design type stuff she did.
Okay, I feel like that's different. That's more specific.
But that's art. Ain't it art? It's art.
It's art, but that's a different type of art. Okay.
You're talking about painting type stuff.
I'm talking about painting. I'm talking about somebody tell me that they study plants.
Oh, ceramics and stuff.
Plants. Or how to go and take care of animals in the jungle.
My roommate was wildlife and fisheries.
Yeah, things like that. What are you going to do with that?
I don't know.
That's true.
She actually does work in the wildlife. I don't know what she does.
Zoologists, people. You need them. Those are the people that go to Kenya. They go to Rwanda. They go to these places, and they be ones that be putting down the elephants and be taking out teeth and stuff.
What do y'all think of the colleges that are getting rid of some of the majors that don't have good track records for getting jobs?
Yeah, I'm for it, but they should let people. Well, who's doing the selection?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's the university. They're looking at the data or something because I feel don't a lot of schools send out surveys oh, what are you doing now or to their alum or something anyway, but. Yeah, a lot of schools are there to getting rid of particular majors that they feel are underperforming.
Yeah, they should. If you ask me, the STEM programs should be more highlighted than all the other things. If you ask me, but then I also like the freedom of choice. Like let people be able to choose and not just be the lawyers, doctors, engineers, or whatever it does. There are also things that people can also do, but again, parents too should also be realistic with some of their kids. Like I don't see why John cannot play football, but you have John and the son every day practicing for football. The niggas suck.
Dang, John just out here catching stray bullets.
Oh,
it's okay, John. Just keep practicing.
Right, John sucks now. John is gonna get you out the trenches.
It will. Just hard work and perseverance, and you got it.
Right.
Remember, I tell you guys all the time. Remember, I fought with my parents because of communication. Well, not my dad, my mom. My mom was more like, you need to be a nurse. You need to be a nurse. You need to be a nurse. And I'm just like, I don't want to be a damn nurse. I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to be in healthcare. I don't want to do none of that stuff. So he's just like, that lady, when I tell you, she called all the village elders, everybody to come and talk to me, to tell me I should do nursing. I should do healthcare. Like, she convinced them people so good that the girl, look at me call my mom a girl. The lady even convinced me to even try to do nursing in North Carolina. And it took me how many times? 4 times to fail chemistry to say, get me the fucking body. And when I failed those 4 times, she realized why? Because her money was going down the drain. When I had told you the first time, you should have listened to me. When I failed the first time, you should have listened to me, but you didn't. When I failed the second time, you should have listened to me, but you didn't. When I failed the third time, you shouldn't have even let me go the third time, but you didn't want to listen. You didn't want to listen. So now all that money and all that time was wasted. But now look at me thriving in communications, because what am I? A professional yapper.
Look at that. Look at God.
She can't take none of the credit because she told me to do healthcare.
I was just sitting there imagining you as a nurse, and like
I couldn't be a nurse. Like,
I know. I just imagined like somebody like pooping their diaper. You'd be like, "Ee, yuck!" It would be like you would be there like, so bad.
I don't do. I'm
you would be like wiping them like,
yeah, literally like, I can't do it. I don't. First of all, I already told y'all I'm terrible at math. I hate math. Oh. I will overdose somebody, not even on purpose, just because I can't do the proper measurements. I don't give me. I'm gonna stick somebody in. You start cussing me some type of way, I'm stabbing you so I can fucking sedate your ass. Don't piss me off. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. They'd be like, Nurse Tutu, I gotta. You like, don't even piss me off.
Don't piss me off, because I will.
They hit their call light again. You'd be like,
what the fuck are you calling me for? I just left here.
I just left there.
Yeah, I can't be. That's why I leave it to my sister and my mom. Y'all could be. They have patience, and I'm very caring for people. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to.
No, I couldn't be a nurse. F that. I could not be a nurse. Like whenever I have to like help somebody in the bathroom, I'd be thinking like, I didn't sign up for this part. Literally, I really did.
I can't do it. Like,
what do you mean by help someone in the bathroom?
Like it's during a PT session and someone's like, I need to use the bathroom, but they can't like physically get up by themselves. Like I have to like, okay, we
gotta wipe them and stuff.
Sometimes, like if they can just get their balance, I'm like, all right, I give up. Obviously,
like imagine. See, I'm too.
I can't over. Yeesh. Grown ass men with the little peepees,
and then their balls are sagging and dropping.
Huge. I'll be like,
see, I can't. No, I can't do it.
One day I went to wipe AB's ass and her shit touched my hand. I washed my hand for 2 straight hours, yo.
Yeah.
2 straight hours. Different persons? Oh, no, man. I'm not.
No. It doesn't if they got on me, I would not be able to continue work. I tell that to people all the time, and they think I'm joking, but I'm like, no. If anything were to ever get on me, I literally would clock out, and you would have to reschedule all of my patients. I don't care if it's my first session. I don't care if it's my last session. I would clock out, and I would be
baby shit and old people shit.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, anybody's
shit for real.
Because the diets that these people have too.
Woo! Baby shit, they just disrespectful. Like baby shit be go all the way up to their back. Like it just be just.
old people shits, they be letting their guts out, just gurgling. I mean, okay, this one time I'm in this dude's room. Oh, this is at my part. This is at the hospital. And he wanted to, we had to leave the door open because he's a little impulsive and I didn't want him to fall off the toilet. This man is literally having a full blown conversation about what restaurants are around here on this street and oh, have I ever tried Thai? Like, I mean, and he's just like literally like pouring his guts out. And I'm just like, you don't have to talk to me, right? Like, you can literally handle your business. And then he was like, well, anyway, I'm going to keep working in here.
The stench alone.
I mean, it like, I be putting on masks sometimes.
And you put on mask, the air don't go get trapped in the mask.
No, I like, oh, it's my breath. No. I mean, what's worse, like the general air, or at least this is a little bit. Yeah, sometimes if it gets really, really bad, I need a mask.
We commend y'all, healthcare workers.
Yeah. Nah, it's not for the weak, y'all. It really is not.
In college, I had a stats teacher that he was an older man, and he's just standing and he's writing on the board, and every time he dots his eye, you hear a little. He like, ew, it's a little bit. And one day, literally, he shot himself. And he went outside of his diaper in class. Yeah, you could see it like, I'm like, bro, you're too old to be teaching from. Like, just retire, dog. Like, retire, man. But, yeah.
I don't have the time for that. Yeah. My mom, the other day, she was like, my day was so busy. I'm just tired. It's just too much for me. I'm like, girl, you chose this damn career. Then you talk about you want to complain. She said, oh, no, somebody fell. And when you fall, you have to do a incident report. And it's a whole big thing. She said 2 people fell. And see, I can't do that because if you fall, get your ass up. Because at this point, I don't have time. Get up. Get up. And
people, it's a big thing. Want extra paperwork. So
yeah, she was telling me that it's a lot, like paperwork and stuff. She was like, it's just too much. Like the day that I had this stuff, and I just said, well, you see, when I told you, me, I don't have those issues. If somebody falls, yap about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Last topic here, then we'll get up out of here. Somewhere. Okay. An unhoused lifestyle has become heavily criminalized across the country following the Supreme Court's City of Grants pass versus Johnson decision. In Tennessee, sleeping or unauthorized camping on public property, including public streets and parks, is classified as a Class E felony that carries a penalty of up to 6 years in prison. This directly impacts housing insecure college students who are forced to leave out of their vehicles. I never heard of nothing like I never heard of nothing that you get 6 years for sleeping in a car.
So you can't sleep in a car anywhere?
Anywhere. Public streets and parks, including public streets and parks, anywhere.
So I go to the park and I take a little snoozer. I could be faced up to 6 years in prison for that.
Much.
That's so crazy. I feel like they're doing this. Everything is on purpose, y'all. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but everything is on purpose. This is in what red state? Tennessee?
Tennessee. Yes, Tennessee.
Yeah, I feel like they're trying to lock people up because we have for-profit prisons, and a lot of for-profit prisons are in these big red states. That way they can claim more population and get more like votes, but these people don't actually get to vote. But anyway, I feel like they're just trying to lock people up more. That way they can have free labor. I think that's really what they're trying to do. They're trying to make everything illegal. That way more people go to prisons. Because one, the prison system, a lot of prisons haven't been full. And actually there are some prisons who have been suing the states because the state promised a certain like occupancy level and it's not happening.
Do you hear what nonsense? Do you hear nonsense? Now, I say, really hear nonsense. What do you mean by the state promised them a certain amount? What was it about?
The state promised like a certain occupancy rate to the prisons. And because that wasn't happening, enough people weren't going to prison. Yeah, the prison is suing the state for it. Let me look it up for which one. But yeah.
That's insane.
So yeah, I feel like they're trying to lock as many people up, trying to get some free labor. And then, yeah, because once you have a felony, it's that much harder to get a house. It's that much harder to get a job. It's that much harder to make a life for yourself. So once you go in, I'm not saying it's impossible to stay out, but just your life is going to be that much harder. So they're hoping that more people, it's like a more revolving door and they keep people in these prisons. That's my thing. That's my thing. Because why else is it illegal to sleep in your car for six years? I can see like a fine, but I don't know. I think that's crazy.
Well, as we conclude here, I have a question for you guys. If you had to choose right now, which policy would you implement nationwide? Banning all cell phones in K-12 schools, or replacing traditional letter grades with a pass-fail system for all college freshmen, or well, regardless of the major, or what's the other one? Or would you, pay students to have perfect attendance? If you had to pick one, which one would you pick?
You said between banning all the phones and the watches, or just the phones?
The phones, watches, like all technology.
Technology, pass or fail, or what was the last one?
The last one was pay students for perfect attendance to attend school.
I don't want to say pay because I shouldn't have to pay you to do something that you're supposed to already be doing. So if I had to choose, probably I would, as dumb as it is, I would probably just do the pass, no credit thing.
I think I would choose the pay. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I'd have to see if the school could really afford it, but I don't know. A national ban, not like a national.
Yeah, the phones.
That was hard. I don't like the phones thing.
Yeah, I don't like the phones. I feel like people should have their phones just in case anything happens. I'm not paying, like I said, I'm not paying you to do what because I'm trying to help you better your life in the future. Like I feel like I shouldn't have to incentivize you to do no. So I'm not paying for that. For the school one, I just feel like that's probably just for me, logically, that probably just makes the best sense because as much as you're not going to see the grade, you're still going to see the fact that like you have to got a no credit or you pass. Mm-hmm. If the no credit only means it's a fail, then cool.
I don't know. The no pass, no thing, I don't know what we're trying to do there. I don't know what kind of young men or women we're trying to raise by doing that. Talking about mental health. Like, is everything don't gotta be about mental health. The incentivizing or paying students to go to school. Nah, bro. I see parents taking advantage of this. Not just students themselves, but parents too taking advantage of this. And it could be a whole mess, a whole thing. I don't know. So for me,
How would the parents take advantage? Like taking their
taking their money. Like yeah. Because if you can earn a certain amount, and let's say that some like the parents can take that to help in home and stuff like that. I mean, it's still good, but still, I don't know. So I'll go with the cell phone one just because it can help at the job. Sometimes you have a task to do, but instead of focusing on that, you spend time on social media and things like that. And that habit you've built over time, right? So if from youth, as a youth, if you can start training them to not have that cell phone at certain times and, just away from technology and focus on what you need to focus on, I think that will help a lot. Yes, I do understand that they need the cell phones for emergency reasons. I'm hoping that in a situation like this, the schools have better security and things like that. That way students can actually focus on what they need to focus on and not worry about security. Or parents can rest assured that their kids are, secure where it's supposed to be. Right, they're safe, they're secure, and all of that stuff. So, yeah, I also do think that we've been immersed so much with technology that a little boredom we lose our shit. Like most people cannot just sit alone in silence. They cannot without fidgeting, without picking up a phone, iPad, laptop, what have you, right? Or even the watch. I've seen one of my little cousins, man. Takes a watch.
Sorry. I'm sorry, we can't sit still.
I mean, that includes me too. It's me. I like if not 15 minutes, I gotta check something. It's like something. I feel like something is missing. Even something as simple as a bank account. Like, bro, that shit is not going nowhere. You still gotta check it for what? Like that anxiety rush, you know? I just feel like having access to it, especially in school. Now, when you graduate college, you can have the cell phone all you want. You're an adult at that point, right? But teenagers or youth, like, if we want to train them to be better doctors, why not hand in hand also save some of those things and have them really focus on school? A soldier would not want to go train and carry the cell phone with them and say, hey, I'm about to go train with this, right? They leave it and they go focus on the or soccer play or what have you. It's just my opinion.
I'm gonna stick. I think I like that we all have different opinions, and I feel like I understand where everyone is coming from. I think I'm gonna stick with paying kids. I feel like if it's not just for maybe the lower, we're saying Detroit, right? So we're all kind of thinking of a certain demographic, not trying to be, but if it was like a national kind of rule, then I feel like there are more opportunities that could be had with that. So these kids, like you said, AK, maybe the parents do take advantage of it. But also we could think of that in a way like, well, that's another source. No, we shouldn't be paying kids to do what they're supposed to do, but that could also be another kind of form of income for the household for people who are struggling. Because as of it is right now, then they're not getting paid. There are kids who do attend all the time and then also have to go after school to work a job to help support their family. So this could be a way where like maybe that they do kind of help support the family without having to do all these extra things. Or if they do still have a job after school, more of that money could be for them versus everything always going towards the family, right? I also think like, okay, it could be nice that this is a way for kids to start earning money, start learning how to save. Because once they're out of school, then that money that they earned over time, maybe that could be like if they saved it, that could be utilized for like if they don't want to go to college, that could be a down payment on an apartment. It could be there could be different things for when they hit that adulthood, that adult lifestyle that maybe that money, if saved, could go towards. I feel like if it's a national thing, I feel like it could open up more opportunity. I feel like also, okay, if this is what we're saying nationally, then that means we have to have put more money into our schools to be able to fund this. And so I think that that could ultimately lead to better education, like more resources going into school could help with better education in general. So I don't know. And I feel like, okay, if I'm getting paid to be there, I'm going to learn kind of one way or the other. I'm going to start to pick up something. So I don't know. I just feel like I feel like it's kind of a good incentive, and also how the real world works is like you get paid when you show up to work. Right now this is your job. Yes, you should be wanting to do this because this is for your betterment, but also you're a kid and you don't understand that this is for your betterment. So right now this is your job. And if you don't attend like you're supposed to, there are consequences, aka you're not going to get. So I don't know. I feel like there are some things that it could be beneficial towards.
Yeah, I guess I can see a point there. Anyways,
so we all have our different.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I wish I was getting paid as a student.
What? That would have been nice.
Yeah. But anyways, that's our show. Any other conclusions outside of what we just spoke on?
Rest in peace to my girl, Hated Pictures here. Oh my god.
So what's sad? Oh my gosh. Tutu. When I saw that, I was like, wait, what? I like literally was like, wait, what? People looking at me. I was like, not my girl Hayden, who was in literally everything in my childhood.
Literally, us millennials are crying because Hayden is just like, when you have those few white people that are just literally just
that girl
soul, and us black people just don't mess around with them people like Hillary Duff. God forbid something happened to Hillary.
God forbid. I would lose it. That's my like, girl.
Lindsay Lohan, yes, she be on stuff, but that is my girl. Like, just little stuff like that. So when Hayden, I was just like, I seen it actually like maybe like 2:00 in the morning because she died on Sunday or something like that. Yeah, she died on Sunday. So then I seen it and I sent it to my work group chat and I was like, This is diabolical. What do you mean? Like, no. Hayden's not supposed to be gone. She's supposed to be here. Like, what do you mean she's gone? And then just the death around it, just the way that it happened. Like, she was in this South Carolina. The apartment looked janky. Like, it just looked crazy. It's like, what were you doing there? And on top of it, it was just so sad because now her parents, both of them, they have lost both of their kids in a span of 3 years because her brother died 3 years ago of an enlarged heart. Yes. So it was only them two. So now the brother died in 2023 and now she didn't pass. So it's like, but the parents were janky as fuck. So we don't fuck with them. But and then her boyfriend, she was with her on and off boyfriend, and he was like, they was on some DV domestic type shit. Like, it was just the way that she passed. Like, everything was crazy because she had her last sit down interview where she was talking about like how she was sexually assaulted on like by somebody she knew in her young career, and then she was talking about like opening about her daughter, and then bam, like. No, what do you mean Hayden is gone? Like, Hayden is not supposed to be dead. And I seen this video today. It's not even funny, but like, because somebody commented and was like, we're not even supposed to be laughing. But it was funny because some black guy, he made a video and was like, what do you mean Hayden is dead? Like, what do you mean? Hayden's not supposed to be like, Hayden is the girl. Like, she's one of them white people that is just like, we don't play about Hayden. And he was like, why are all the wrong white people dying? Because this nigga Trump's still alive. And I just say this all the time. Like, bro. How many assassination attempts is this man gonna go through? But now we done lost Hayden. And the video was just so funny because everybody was like, it's not funny, but it's funny because he was so serious. He was just like, Hayden's supposed to be alive. And it's all the wrong white people are just dying. It doesn't make any sense. I'm sad, y'all.
She was a real one for real.
She was a real
one.
Like, she literally grew up. Like, we grew up with Hayden. Like,
literally. Like, when I say I saw her on
like us millennials, like that is our girl.
Every move. I mean, like, she was just there and she was in everything. All right.
And she was so gorgeous.
She was. Yeah, God forbid anything happened to Hillary. Oh.
Hillary Duff, y'all might not.
Oh my God. I'm getting a little like, don't even. What? That would
just yeah.
Hillary.
Huh?
Hillary who?
Hillary Duff. Wow. He don't know Hillary Duff because he didn't watch Disney.
Yeah, you don't know nothing about no Lizzie McGuire.
Hillary Duff is like, it's only a few selective white people that us black people will go to war for, and Hillary Duff is one of them.
Okay. Gotta Google some of these people because I have no clue any of these names you guys just called.
What? I mean, yeah, actually, I don't know why I said it like that. That makes sense. That makes sense.
I was just saying any of these people like.
You wouldn't. R.I.P.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you all. Please give us for all the people commenting. Yeah, keep commenting, man. Let us know. You know your thought processes.
Bored.
But like, also read your comments first. Like, read them back to
read your comments first.
Read them out loud. Read them. Sense. And
read them.
And then see, do I really want to post this?
Thank you, Hannah. I'm glad that you said that because all these people now, and I'm glad that we're getting the traction that we're getting because we need this. But don't come and comment, and then your statement is as foolish as you are because you're gonna piss me off now at this point. Because don't ask me, and I'm talking to you, girl, whoever it is, talking to both of y'all. Don't come and talk about I'm not talking about me. No, yeah, we are talking about you because the same question, I'm going to ask you this question again because you never answered my question. And you know exactly who I'm talking to. So hopefully, AK, you cut this clip out and you post it in the TikTok thing so she sees that I'm talking to her. Because I'm going to ask you the same question again. Are you going to go to your job interview with a bonnet on your head? Are you going to go? Because her response that she kept responding to me was, we're not talking about me. But I'm asking you this question. Are you going to go to a job interview with a bonnet on your head?
Yeah. Like when they said, we're not talking about me, who is she talking about then?
Because what are she talking about? Us black women be tearing each other down. No, girl, you sound silly goose. You sound dumb. That's just what it is. Because don't sit here talking about us women as black. I literally sat there in the description and I said, I am a black girl, so I understand. But I'm not going to wear a bonnet at the airport, or I'm not going to. Then you're asking me why am I wearing a scarf, or why should I suggest a scarf? What the fuck do you mean? Don't piss me off.
Yeah,
why should you wear a scarf?
I said nothing like a head tie, like white people wear a head tie, and I'm like, are you really comparing a head tie to a bonnet, bro? Like
a head tie. I literally
two different things.
I literally said, so my Alexa go off.
mm-hmm.
My Alexa just went off. Did y'all hear that?
A little bit, yeah.
No. But what you call it? Yeah. See, she knew I was upset because it was getting me pissed off because both of them were just pissing me off. Because what the fuck do you mean? What's the difference between a bandana and a scarf or a bonnet? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah. No bonnets at the airport, man. Like, come on. Unless you're hiding peanuts in it. That's a whole different,
you can literally just have your hair out for a couple hours. A couple hours. When you get to your location, you get in your car, whatever, throw it back on if you want to. But just come on. Like, and that's why I asked her that question. If you meet somebody that first impression is everything, you meet somebody, do you think they're going to offer you a job with a bonnet on your head? She didn't answer that question either. So I'm asking you again, girl. Please respond back to my question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, I would if she's a cook.
That's a hairnet.
Yeah, that's a hairnet. Oh, like a chef hat and stuff. Like, yeah, that's different. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to see somewhere on it where it says like you're a chef or you have the attire on.
Right.
You don't have the attire on. You have sweatpants on with a bonnet on. That's not giving anything of, no, it's not giving.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And I don't want to hear anything like I didn't do my hair. Sounds like a personal problem. But yeah. Again, thank you all.
Y'all comment. Leave comments.
Leave the comments. Leave the comments, like, subscribe, and RIP to who?
Hayden
here.
Yeah, RIP. And to everybody who lost their lives in that Colombia earthquake again, we're going to be mindful of that because the death tolls keep increasing. Yeah, in Colombia, yeah.
Last week, yeah.
The death tolls keep increasing. I'm like, bro, this thing, it's not enough. It don't do. But yeah, thank you all. Again, shout out to y'all if you made it this far. You're a real one. Leave comments, review, send questions, things that you'd like for us to talk about. We'd love to. Catch you guys on the next one. I'm Unkle AK, Tutu here, Hannah here, and with the PWC crew. Bye for now. Peace.